Alright, hello there everyone. Just checking the integrity of my recording. Looks like we are good. And welcome back to Geek Cheese and welcome back to Cheese League Baseball. This is it, folks. This is the finals. This is the Cheese Cup Championship Series. Oh boy, it has been quite the tournament. And as you can see, this is the detailed bracket laying it all out, showing that the number 2 seed, the Gorgonzola Gothams, will be facing off against the number 8 seed, the Gouda Giants. The battle of the G's. Kind of always knew it would come down to this. Not really, actually. Just a brief overview of everything. So, in the first couple rounds, I really did think and kind of had a feeling that the Stilton Saucers would be there all along. To be honest, I thought the Emeralds might make it all the way. So, we're talking about this side of the bracket. So, I kind of thought it would be the Emeralds and maybe the Saucers. I thought the Emeralds had a pretty good ball club, but obviously the Gorgonzola Gothams have just proved to just outmatch everyone. And on this side of the bracket, this was kind of tough for me because I knew it was either going to be, I knew one of these teams was going to be in the end. This is your champions from last year, the first tournament, the Boomerangs and the Giants. So the Giants, making it through didn't surprise me. Didn't think that they would actually beat up as bad as they did on the Asiago aeroplanes, and I honestly didn't really think the Mechanics would make it through. I thought it was going to be the Fiddlers going through, but those are kind of some of my ideas and some of my picks and all that kind of stuff. But that doesn't matter because right now we're in the finals, and this is what it is. So let's get right into it. We're gonna have Hal Rivers. So this is Battle of the Aces. We have Hal Rivers, 1-1 record, 7.01 ERA, 1.75 WHIP. Now Hal Rivers is the only S-rated player that we have here, or S-rated starter. Pitcher, actually, just in general, that we have here in Cheese League Baseball. So this is interesting. Facing off against Placido Myers, 0-1, 11.70 ERA, 2 WHIP, 2.10 WHIP. So I don't know. Interesting. The Gouda Giants have proved to be quite the power club. Lots of dingers. Gothams can hit some dingers too. I think they are. I don't know. I feel like the Gothams actually hit and ran a little bit more, but maybe not. Let's get right into it though. Game number 1 of the finals is here, and boom, we are getting into it. Give myself some volume. So yeah, thank you for coming in, hanging out, checking things out here. It's an early morning here in the Great Northeast. It is a brisk morning, and I'm recording this before I have to work the rest of the weekend. Here it is, the power-hitting Gouda Giants versus the contact specialist in Gorgonzola Gothams. This should be a fantastic series. Will it go to 7 games? I think whatever team is going to win is going to do it in 6, but let's see what happens here. Todd Ford's going to lead things off. We are, of course, at Founders Field, home of the Gothams. Is there the higher seed, I suppose. Ripped right at Michaels, out number 1. And that brings up Castaneda. We know what he's done throughout the tournament. Has had an amazing run here for the Gouda Ball Club. It is so sunny here. There are reflections. I probably should have planned this out a little bit better. Down to the hot corner again. Michaels, down number 2. Reflections hitting me from all angles. I can't kind of see or focus or anything, so I'm just trying to adjust some stuff. Anyway, I also have the camera resting on top of my work laptop. I'm sure my place of employment will appreciate that. Nix Allen does what he does, and he hits a home run. Nix Allen, 13th homer of the tournament, 421-foot shot, 25th RBI. He's approaching that magic, was a 28 mark, I think, to get the record, the tournament record for RBIs. as Rowan Owens stepped up. So the Giants said that they can mash. They're on the board first. Let's maybe talk about Myers. Four-seamer, slider, curveball. Down on strikes. There was a forkball and a screwball, I think. That's what I said. Or a forkball, a slider. I have to check that back. We'll check back in. Lizzie Jackson's going to lead it off for the home ball club. The catcher. Facing off against Hal Rivers. 28 Ks for Hal Rivers. To be honest, as that is a strike, that is nowhere near his total from last year. Last tournament, rather. Just a bit outside. Tried the corner, missed. 2-2. Jackson fouls that one off. Hal, yeah, 52. He is not near there. Halfway. That is first out. And here comes Alvarado. 474 for him. 6 homers, 20 RBIs. By all accounts, quite the home run hitter. And quite the impact piece in this Gorgonzola Gothams lineup. Four-seamer, cutter, slider, curveball, changeup. That's what's in Hal Rivers' pitch arsenal. And he gets Alvarado down on strikes. And in steps Bond. Backdoor breaking pitch there from the southpaw Rivers. And that's a base hit. So 2-out base knock, Bond. And that'll bring up the the not home run hitting first baseman, Arlo Franks, even though his power numbers are off the charts. I have to say that every time because it's just comical to me. That's a foul ball. His only home run, I believe, was a little dinker off the top of the wall. But what he does is hit singles. 1 and 2 on Franks. 100 on the gun. 2 and 2. And try to get him a chase. Full count. Got him. Boy, change up. Had them all off balance. Top of the second we go. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Gouda Giants. Here's Goldie Cooper. She's been on a little hot streak. She's had a couple of very, very big games recently for this Gouda ball club. And that's foul. I just realized this is like a battle of the orange teams as well. That one is hit well and is carrying and is going to be gone. Into the first row. Goldie Cooper. A 401-foot shot, 5th homer, 17th RBI of the tournament. I said that this team can mash. This team can hit dingers. And here comes Villarreal. Again, part of that AV club. Alan Villarreal. Ooh, that was ripped very hard right at Frank. Skips into his glove. Touches first base for the first out. Here's Javier Fisher. So, if you want to do your DraftKings Sportsbook bet on this series, who would I put my money on? Probably the Giants because they got eliminated last time and they want, as that is strikeout. Myers, they just won it. Like I said, eliminated last time. They just have something to prove, so they're gonna want to make this happen. Count out the Gothams though. Their pitching staff might be a little bit better. Might give them a little bit more longevity, as that is the final out. One thing too, the Gouda Giants love to use their bullpen, and their bullpen might be a little overtaxed at this point in the tournament, so something to keep in the back of your mind. Here's Cashton Camacho. 5, 6, and 7 due up here, bottom of the second for the home team Gorgonzola Gothams. That one's fouled away. And popped up. Down the line, but Rollins tracks it down. I used to play first base. I used to hate those. I used to just forget, I'm not going to catch that. It's just it's like somebody else's problem. All right, here's Rohan Baldwin stepping in. For Rivers. I have this terrible glare. I can't really see anything on my screen. You can probably see in my glasses. It's like it's shining everything right at me. That's a strikeout. Baldwin down the strikes. Here's Art Michaels. He's been struggling at the plate. Maybe he can get things going here in the finals. That would be splendid. I wanted to say swell, but splendid came out, and that's why I stumbled. It is very early in the morning. 1-1. And that's a base hit. As you can tell, the morning sun is just like directly shining into my face. All right, here's Malachi Jacobs. Of course, we have the Cheese Cup graphic up there as well because this is the Cheese Cup Championship Series. Pretty decent speed there on first base here for the Gothams with 2 outs and an 0-2 count on Jacobs, bottom of the second. Off the fist, he fouls that one away. And, I don't know about that pitch, and I don't think the crowd, the home crowd here at Founders Field, was very happy about that either. A little down and in. Yeah, cut down and in, but. All right, Myers, let's talk about his pitch arsenal, because we didn't get there first time around. 4-seamer, slider, curveball, forkball, and screwball. So he's quite the junk baller. 2-2 is the count. And that one's fouled away. And Matamakia has that sign stealer attribute. He knew a breaking pitch was coming. That is hit high, but Camden Anthony tracks it down. Is that the first ball actually hit out of the infield that wasn't a home run? I think. There's 2 solo shots from the Giants there. That's what make up the 2 runs, 2-0 score. That one is down the line, fair ball, down third baseline. Michaels couldn't do anything with it. So it's a base hit. And that brings up Castaneda. So runner on first, 1 out, top of the third. Castaneda fouls that one away. This could be 2. Alvarado to no. Alvarado to Jacobs. That's the 4-6 out. And it does get down to first. Castaneda gets the first. Allen stepping back in. He homered his first time up, just absolutely mashing and smashing and crashing the baseball. Doesn't get all of this one. Popped up to Camacho in left field. That is out number 3. 9-1-2 due up for the home team. Gorgonzola Gothams. Camden Anthony will lead things off. Boy, oh boy. Camden Anthony, a number 9 hit, A+ rated player, batting in the number 9 spot. Typically, I could get behind this if, and that's a base hit. Typically, I can get behind that if it's a. Oh, wow, that was a terrible throw. I've never seen that before. That's crazy. I could get behind that if, you know, it's a traditional singles hitter. But, and with a lot of speed, which he does have a lot of speed, so maybe I'm just contradicting myself now. I don't think he's down at the bottom of the order because of that. I think it's because he struggled this whole year. Here's Jackson, by the way, top of the order. I don't know if we're going to see him going here with the lefty. Forward to Castaneda, and Jackson can't run it out. That is the 6-4-3 double play. Here comes Alvarado. All right, I accidentally bought Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavored non-dairy creamer, and it is interesting. And that is out number 3. Interesting, like, I don't know if it's good interesting or if it's, like, bad interesting. It just... number 26. You know when you eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch and there's that milk at the bottom of the bowl? Like, put that in coffee? It doesn't sound appetizing when I say it out loud. That is a rocket. Rolls all the way to the wall. It's not going to be a double. It's just going to be a single. A loud and very long single. And that brings up Cooper, who homered her first time up. No threat to run at first. Cedar Myers, 36 pitches here in the fourth. Not looking too bad, just those two mistakes, I think. Really what separate these two teams. That is ripped. Golden Cooper is just... I think she is going to go on such a tear here to end the season. As Villarreal steps in. Now, as Goldie Cooper has improved, Villarreal has kind of slid a little bit. He hasn't had a dinger in a while. He's been slumping, just a little mini slump at the plate. Except for right now, when he hits a home run, it makes me eat my words. That is a 3-run jack. Would that have made it out any other ballpark? Probably. Yeah, 409-foot shot. Yes, it would have. Villarreal's 9th homer, 22nd RBI of the tournament. And that gives the Gouda Giants the commanding 5-0 lead. All right, I actually is going to chase Myers from the game. And here comes Cade Reardon. Seen him quite a bit out of this bullpen, the southpaw. Reardon 4.91 ERA on the season. I'm going to pull up their stat sheet because I want to check something with Myers. Down on strikes goes Fisher. Myers. Placido Meyer. Here's Palacios, number 8 hitter. He's bumped down quite a bit too because he's also struggled at the plate. Just a little bit. Meyer, I mean, only in 2 games started last time around in the 11 games that were played by the Gothams in the last tournament. So all of these, it's tough to measure all of these players in this way, but you know, Meyer, by all accounts, had a lot of strikeouts. Did have a lot of walks, more walks than strikeouts. That's never good. Did not give up any home runs though. So has struggled a little bit during this tournament as that one's fouled away. Now, the one thing that's interesting about this tournament and this final versus the last Season 1 tournament. That's a ball outside, 2-2. Rocketed, but right at Alvarado at number 3. So obviously, Super Mega Baseball 4 is powering this tournament. Thank you to the good folks at Metalhead Software. And they added the option for a 16-team tournament in this game. That wasn't an option as far as I could tell. Maybe I was doing something wrong. I don't know. That wasn't an option. It was only 8 teams in the in Super Mega Baseball 3. As that one is going to get all the way to the wall, but it's so short here at Founders Field. It's just going to hold him to a single. As Arlo Frank steps in. So this 16-team tournament had to be broken into 2, and then those 2 winners, Gouda Giants and Bree Boomerangs, respectively, played off, and that's a base hit. See, that's what Arlo Franks does. He's a singles hitter with plus power. Here's Camacho. So obviously now bringing all of those teams together for this tournament has made for a much, much different experience, I will say. Honestly, a much more enjoyable experience. I've had a lot of fun putting this together for y'all. All right, 2-1, 0-2 count. Alvarado looks, or I'm sorry, Camacho looks at a ball low. And that is a rocket, but nothing doing there. Can't double him up. So 1 out. Runners first and second here for Rohan Baldwin. 0 for 1 today. Bottom of the 4th. And the Giants lead at 5-0. Al Rivers definitely has that changeup working today. Oh, 2 count. And, ooh, just a little dinker off the end of the bat. Kind of willed it that way. 0-2. Boy, oh boy, the big hook, the Uncle Charlie, whatever you want to call it. It's thing of beauty, and it gets Camacho down and strikes. Art Michaels stepping in now. I'm sorry, that was Baldwin. What am I talking about? That is a foul ball. 1-1 to Michaels, who, you know, another one of these guys who has struggled at the plate. It's a big opportunity, though, for them. 2-2. And may have swung at ball 3. Down and strikes. And, yeah, he knows it. He knows he messed up. Top of the 5th, top of the order. Coming up here for the Gouda Giants. They still lead it 5-0.
Number 4, Todd Ford.
As Todd Ford steps in, member of the board, Todd Ford, 1 for 2 with a single. We got Cade Reardon back on the bump. The lefty, that is ripped. Oh man, what was Camacho doing? I feel like kind of wanted to go at it, but he didn't fully commit. Little mistake. Thank God it ticked his glove a little bit. He was able to keep it at least near him. So that could have been an easy hustle double. So, runner on first. That brings up Castaneda. And that one is absolutely tattooed into the second deck. No. Tattooed nonetheless. Boy, oh boy, these Gouda Giants can hit the baseball. 447-foot shot. 4th homer, 14th RBI of the tournament. A 2-run jack extends the lead 7-0. And here's Nick's Allen. I am interested. I'm going to have to look next half inning. And Allen steps in at Hal Rivers. I don't think there's been a lot of strikeouts, but ooh, plunk some. That one kind of got away from Reardon.
Number 26.
Don't know if there was any retaliation there, but we'll keep eyes on these benches. Ron Owens steps in now. So what Reardon did, if that was intentional, was a very terrible mistake because that put a guy with great speed on first. Hal Rivers, Hal Rivers, Hal Rivers. Hal Rivers was extremely effective last time. He had 2, so this is what I was looking up. Hal Rivers had 2 shutouts last tournament. This tournament, I actually will be curious to see how many shutouts. I don't think any, actually, because his ERA was so elevated. It was like a 7 ERA, so could be it. Oh, how many complete games did he pitch? 2. I think he had 2 complete game shutouts last tournament. 2-2 here. That one is ripped, and Camacho is there. Falling back is the runner to first. And that'll bring up Villarreal, who, again, maybe eat my words earlier with the 2-run homer. Or no, 3-run homer, I'm sorry. And reaches for that one, and hits it into center field. Well, he just kind of threw the bat at it. Just kind of like threw the bat. And, good piece of hitting there for Villarreal. All right. All right, we're going with Santana, the long man, maybe trying to finish out this game. At this point, as that one is hit high and far, and is carrying, and it's off the wall, the deepest part of the ballpark, and it'll be a 2 RBI double, and 9-0. The Gouda Giants extend their lead. Palacios. Boy, oh boy. Not how you want to enter the game for Santana. Palacios looking rattled at the plate, though. As you can see there, there's a strike. And this should be the final out of the inning, and it is. 4 runs here in the top of the 5th. The Gouda Giants lead at 9-0. Going to the bottom half of the frame. Let's see if the Gorgonzola Gothams can get something going here.
Now in the game, Ernie Fervor.
Ernie Fervor's taking over in center field. And that's a base hit to lead off the bottom of the fifth here for the home team. And the crowd likes that. They appreciate it. As Anthony steps in. So, a lot of things to consider here. A lot of things to consider. I mean, Hal Rivers is pitching wow. Actually, you know what? I think he has a lot of strikeouts now that I look at it. He's 34. What did he enter with? 20-something? 28? 28 maybe? So, maybe he only has about 6 or 4. I don't know. Maybe he has a lot more than that. I'm really curious. He actually might have 6 or 7 strikeouts at this point. 35 Ks. He's definitely not going to get to that record. 52 is insane. Fouled away. 0-2. And fouled away again. 0-2. On Lizzie Jackson, the leadoff hitter. There's the ball in the dirt. Again, good runner there at first. Ball outside. 99 in the gun, 71 pitches. And Rivers is still bringing it, and he gets Jackson down looking. As Alvarado steps up over 2. All right. There's a strike. 0-1. And boy, in the hole. It seems like everyone ends up in the hole at some point with Rivers. Down in strikes, and he has the breaking stuff just going today. He's got it twirling the right way. Top of the 6th, 9-1-2 due up for the Gouda Giants. They're just commanding this game. They're absolutely commanding. I don't like that you can see the, I guess this is the same angle. The camera tilted a certain weird angle. That was a base hit. Tried to fix it, but before I started recording, but you can at least see the Fast Park Dinosaur back there. And the New York Black Yankees hat from the Negro Leagues. And the Delmarva Shorebirds hat, given to me by one World Series pitcher and champ, Scott McGregor. Shout out, Scott. 2-2. Tippy Martinez from that World Series team is in Super Mega Baseball 4. I don't know if Scott McGregor is actually, but that's an out. And here's Lenny Castaneda stepping in. So, Castaneda looks at the ball in the dirt. Santana would like to keep this a quick inning. We've got 1 out. Runner on first, though. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to walk him like he just did. Because that brings up Nick Allen, who's just the best hitter, probably the best all-around hitter, maybe, this whole entire tournament. He's juiced. Oh my god, he's juiced. Wow, okay, that could have been very, very bad. If he got all of that, that would have ended up in the 3rd deck. Instead, it's a very high pop-up and out number 2. Aaron Owens 1 for 3. Wow. They lucked out on that one. Dear God. And 3-0 to Owens. And he walks him. So he walks, the bases loaded, brings up Goldie Cooper, who is hot hitting Cooper. Reardon Santana getting pulled? No. They're sticking with him because they're cutting their loss. You know, at this point in the game, the Gothams rather, are just like, you know what, this game is done. Let's just use this as a rest day for our bullpen and come back and get them the next game. Ripped, rocketed right at Baldwin, and that is going to score a run 10-0. A 10-run. Enrique Villarreal steps in. So, in the next tournament that we do here on Geek Cheese, there will be some interesting rules that I'm going to implement to kind of make the tournament go faster, actually. 10-run rule is one of them. That is hit high and far, and it is such a short park here. That's going to be a grand salami into the maintenance area here at Founders Field. A 416-foot jack, and Villarreal gives Gouda Giants 14-0 lead. And there goes Santana is out. Boy, oh boy, did he really struggle. All right, I'm looking at what is going on here. Down on strikes goes Fisher. And the bottom of the 6th, we go 14-0, folks. How Rivers, did that say he has 9 strikeouts? I think that said he had 9 strikeouts. I every now and then I'll pick up, that's another strikeout for Rivers. Every now and then I'll pick up on what the people are actually heckling in the crowd. That one guy was like, that's a $500 bat in your hand. Use it. That's hilarious, actually. Shout out to the baseball bat bros. I want to talk about $500 bats. Baseball bat bros, go watch them on YouTube. Because they are amazing. It's just a bunch of guys, and they just hit baseballs, and they test out different bats. And sometimes they have pretty freaking amazing people on, like Adley Rutschman. It's just like fun. It's for people who love baseball and people who love the sounds of the game. Just the satisfying crack of the bat. It's like ASMR. Boy, Allen ran a long way for that, actually. Send my wife a text message here, because so slow roller, and that is the final out of the inning. I think he has 10 strikeouts now. It's crazy. All right, top of the 7, 14-0. The Gouda Giants obviously have the commanding lead, and we're gonna see what. Suarez wants a very quick inning. That's why he's in. He's the closer. Just get people out and then get these bats back up. I mean, it's quite the mountain to climb, but you never know.
How about the catcher, number 8, Leandro Bonamacchia.
And oh my gosh, Arlo Franks boops it. He miffs it. And that brings up Todd Ford with what should be 2 outs, but instead it's a runner on first and 1 out. And Todd Ford is his top of the lineup up. Like this email.
How about it? Second baseman, number 15, Sonny Castaneda. How about the left fielder, number 41, Nix.
And that's a base hit up the middle. Sorry, I'm just texting.
How about it? The first baseman, number 26, Owen Owens.
Popped up. This should be the final out of the inning. And it is. Anthony Camp's under it. So, 14-0, 7-8-9 due up for the Gouda Giants. Hal Rivers does have 10 strikeouts in this game. That is crazy. So let's think about this. 7-8-9 due up. All right, how many strikeouts could he potentially have if we went all 9 innings? Another 6. So let's see what he gets after this. So he could, you know, have an 18 strikeout game if he was if we were doing all 9, because at the rate that he's going, that's his 11th.
Number 25, Malachi Jacobs. Now pitching, Evie Hoffman.
Popped up off to the side. That's going to get into stands. And that one's fouled away as well. 1 and 2. And now the 2 and 2. Over to Ford. That is out, number 2. And the Gorgonzola Gothams are down to the final out of this first game of the Cheese League Championship Series. There's a strike. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that they took out... When did they take out Rivers? I was texting my wife and I missed it. So Rivers doesn't close out the game, but they're just like, we got this. We got this one in the bag. And that's it, folks. Boy, oh boy, what a clinic. How Rivers put on. They did get 7 hits. But 14-0. I'm actually kind of hoping that they would put him in, leave him complete game shutout, but I guess not. 14-15-0 to 0-7-1. And the Giants, 7 strikeouts on their own, so that's pretty crazy. 2 walks. Just like a lot of hits up and down this lineup. Very, very good game. I mean, Villarreal had 2 dingers himself, including a grand slam, so he's going to be up front. It's probably going to be him and Rivers. And who else? Who else had a big game? Probably him, Rivers, and maybe Cooper as well. Anyway, Golden Sombrero there. Or no, sorry, the hat trick of strikeouts for Fisher. Just a lot of strikeouts. 12 strikeouts on the Gorgonzola Gotham side, and not a lot of hits to talk about. Rivers does get the win. He improves his record 2-1 and drops his ERA quite a bit. Myers takes the loss. And Enrique Villarreal, Rivers, and Goldie Cooper, just as I predicted. That is your top 3. So that is how game number 1 of the Cheese Cup Championship Series ends in a blowout by the Gouda Giants, the number 8 seed. All right, that is it for me, folks. Thanks for coming in and watching the Championship Series of Cheese League Baseball, Season 2, 2023. Thank you so much. And, if you like this video, obviously thumbs up, like, share, all that good stuff. And we'll check you guys next time for game number 2 of the Championship Series. All right, later.